And is in Hood River. She's live there now with a look at the conditions there. Claire?
Hey, you guys, earlier this morning we were seeing sleet. It took a little bit of a break and it's starting to rain again. And I want to show you the ice accumulation. I'm not moving because I am standing on a complete sheet of ice. If you can see in my hand, that is a ton of ice. And what's interesting is you can see the sleet that's on top. This was actually the bottom of the ice. Then on top of it, you have more ice. This is so thick. This could really damage a windshield or damage anything if you throw this. Also, the roadways, we're right here at exit 62, and this is where it's closed. Cars are being turned around, being rerouted. They're not getting through here. Earlier, we were seeing some people asking what is going on. Well, it's just not getting through right now. We were talking to some people earlier about what they were doing ahead of the storm, so we asked them, and they're just saying they're going to have to wait. Early Wednesday morning, more ice coated the Columbia River Gorge as freezing rain and sleet fell overnight. Dozens of semi-trucks were stopped from passing along I-84 Tuesday and remained parked overnight in the large lot at the Hood River Waterfront Park. Truckers camped out through Wednesday morning, waiting for conditions to improve.
Last night, everybody got pulled in at this spot here, and we don't know when the road's going to open, so everybody's just stuck sitting here.
This trucker from Idaho says the winter has been especially bad, and he's been stuck several times already this year.
It's happened before, but not as often as this since December through now. It's been pretty bad.
The truck drivers weren't the only ones wanting to pass through this ice storm.
Oh, kind of stinks.
Corey was trying to beat the ice storm Tuesday, but ended up having to spend the night in Hood River.
I'll be home soon, honey.
Ice lined the riverbanks and covered the downtown sidewalks. And residents in Hood River did their best to make the city accessible. The best solution is warmer temperatures, but until then, everyone will just have to wait it out. And here, I want to show you guys my foot on this ice. You can see it's completely frozen. Earlier this morning, I was able to break it with my heel. No doing that right now. I am trying to be so still. I don't want to slip and fall, and that's what I want to warn everyone. This ice is thick, it's hard, and it's raining again, falling onto those freezing surfaces. You can see behind me as well, this is where people are turning around. People are coming over this bridge, up the off-ramp. We've got a ton of cars right here in this turnaround area, and also on the ramp, just waiting to get through. No updates on when it will open. And again, it is closed. We see some snowplows out here right now. And we haven't seen anyone. We saw a few state troopers go through the area. We're going to zoom out and show you guys the plows going through. Again, lots of ice. We saw reports. ODOT was saying that there was downed trees, still a lot of ice. So even though it might seem clear right now, we're still seeing a lot of problems.
Yeah, that backup that you showed us just a minute ago looked pretty bad, Claire. And we saw you slipping and sliding around this morning. So dangerous stuff out there. Thank you.
Happening now, high winds.